Yeah, thank you very much, and my apologies. I was with the official memorial ceremony with the President and just came here in. And of course, it's not by chance that we have today this conference as well on May 8. But I think we are not only here to reflect on history, but to confront our responsibility in the present. And the question before us is, will today's democracies show the unity and the determination needed to stop Russian imperialism? And I think this question is not a rhetorical one. It demands clear answers and, more importantly, concrete action. The first truth we must face is this: Russian aggression in Ukraine is not an isolated conflict. It is a test of the entire democratic order. And if we fail to respond with clarity and strength, we send a dangerous message that borders can be redrawn by brute force and that democracies will hesitate when authoritarianism rises. My second point: unity is not a given, it's a conscious choice. Especially in the 1940s, but not exclusively at that point in history, the Allies had political differences, of course, but they united to confront a common threat. 80 years ago, it was Nazi Germany. Alliances gain strength and they gain power if they are able to overcome their political differences and to focus on a common goal. And this goal is to restore just peace and preserve freedom. Today, this moral core is the same. And if we allow fatigue, economic concerns, or political divisions to fracture our support to Ukraine, we betray our historical legacy. Third point: determination must go beyond speeches. It must mean sustained and increased military support. It means firm sanctions and the readiness to bear economic costs in defense of our values. Democracies often act slowly, but when they do act together, their power is unmatched. And let us not forget, Russia is betting on our indecision more than on its own strength. Final point: we must recognize that this is about more than Ukraine. It is about what kind of world we are willing to build and defend, one governed by international law or one ruled by fear and by force. So, will we match the unity and determination of the past? I am convinced we can, but only if we treat this moment with the seriousness it demands. Let history not remember us for hesitation, but for resolve. That is the lesson we have to learn. That is the moral obligation of our generation, and that is for the sake of mankind. Thank you very much.